There is a vanity that takes place on earth, that there are righteous people to whom it happens according to the deeds of the wicked, and there are wicked people to whom it happens according to the deeds of the righteous. I said that this also is vanity, and I commend joy. For man has nothing better under the sun but to eat and drink and be joyful, for this will go with him in his toil through the days of his life that God has given him. When I applied my heart to know wisdom, and to see the business that is done on the earth, how neither day nor night do one's eyes see sleep, then I saw all the work of God, that man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun. However much man may toil in seeking, he will not find it out. Even though a wise man claims to know, he cannot find it out. This passage rounds out the chapter of Ecclesiastes we've been in the last couple days, chapter 8. If I were going to give this passage a title, it might be something like "The Imbalance of Justice is Fleeting." Thinking back to the earliest video in this series, remember that the word vanity is intended to share the idea of something being terminal, brief, like a breath or a vapor. Today, the writer is telling us that we can absolutely see injustice in our world, but we should be reminded, as we were yesterday, that although the sentence against an evil deed is not executed speedily, it is executed. We cannot know all the things that are happening in all places. We cannot end the things we don't know about. And just as surely as we cannot know the works of all people, we are incapable as individuals of meting out justice to those who deserve it. We cannot make all things just and right. Balancing the scales of justice is not something we are equipped for, which is not to say that we shouldn't pursue justice where we can. But to worry about those who are, to our perception, escaping justice when we cannot set things right ourselves is to assume that God is not going to work in just ways outside of our sight. God will always bring things to a just end, and as Christians, we know that the ultimate justice has already been written. We know the end of the story. We may not be able to see the work of God plainly exposed today, but we can take joy in the good things of this life, in the works of God we commit ourselves to, with the full knowledge that just as we toil for justice and enjoy the good that comes from that toil, God is faithful to work that which we cannot. I love you, and I encourage you today to pursue justice in your own life and recognize that God will provide absolute justice in the areas where you and I are powerless to do so.